Hey guys, what's up? Tech here. Welcome back to the Stack Deck. Today we are looking at a probably about $28 to $30 budget build of the Dark World structure deck. This is taking 3 of the structure decks and putting it together. So I actually have the structure deck right here, the little box, so you know what it looks like. I should have had it to my side, but I didn't. So here's the deck. Those are the extra cards from the actual structure deck you won't be using. This is the deck that you will use. I did the black matte dragon shields as the main deck, and for the fusion deck I used the night blue matte dragon shields, just because I thought those two colors would go really good with the Dark World. So let's go ahead and get into it. But first off, let's look at the monsters. So separate these down. First off, we will have one Rainbow over King of Dark World. Pretty good card. You don't really want a lot of them. You can put more in the deck if you wanted to, but Rafa is just kind of better, so do that. Next, we have 3 Genta Gatemen of Dark World. Really good card. We have Paro Hermit of Dark World. I just kind of have it in here. You don't really need to put it in there if you don't want to. Next, we have probably one of the best cards in this is Grapha Dragonlord of Dark World. We run that at 3. Next, we have another 3 Snow Unlight of Dark World. So with Snow, if this card is discarded to the graveyard by card effect, if it was discarded from your hand to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can target one monster in the opponent's graveyard, add 1 Dark World card from your deck to your hand, then special summon that target, if any, in defense position. So you just kind of get stuff back. We got our Bro Huntsman of Dark World. This card, if this card is discarded to your graveyard by card effect, draw 1 card. Or if it was discarded from your hand to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, draw 2 cards. So it's basically your draw power. It's pretty good. It's going to get you cards either way you go. Next, we have 2 Silva. You can also have gold in here, but it's not really necessary. This is just kind of a better version. Next, we have a Ceruli Guru of Dark World. The danger stuff is really good for getting your Dark World people out and everything. So we're going to run 3 Danger Bigfoot. And what Bigfoot does is you can reveal this card in your hand. Your opponent randomly chooses 1 card from your entire hand. Then you discard the chosen card. Then, if discarded card was not Danger Bigfoot, special summon 1 Danger Bigfoot from your hand, and if you do, draw 1 card. If this card is discarded, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use this effect of Danger Bigfoot once per turn. So basically, you're getting something out regardless. Or you're getting something discarded that you want discarded in the first place. Next, we have 3 Danger Thunderbird. We have 3 Danger Mothman. And then because it is limited on the ban list, 1 Danger Shushinodo. Those are our monsters in the Dark World budget. Next, we will be going to the spells. Okay, so we're going to play our Fields card at 3, the Gates of Dark World. It's a pretty good card. All Fiend monsters gain 300 attack and 300 defense. Once per turn, you could banish 1 Fiend monster in your graveyard, discard 1 Fiend monster, and you draw 1 card. Basically, it's just you can draw every turn, as long as you do what it wants you to do. This kind of stuff makes it so you don't really need Dark World dealings anymore because you're drawing constantly anyway. Got 3 Dark World Accessions. I threw in 2 Dark World Puppetry. You can run this at 3, but depending on your matchup, you're not going to really need it on certain matchups. And I didn't want to put 3 in here in case it was bricking. Now, if you were going to run this with a side deck, I would throw this in the side deck. Alright, next we got 3 Dark World Archives. And this card is Card Destruction. It is limited, but it is also dangerous. So you don't really want to use this too much. If you use this against the wrong deck, it could cost you a loss. But if you have no other choice, you have it just in case. Next, we are going to go to our traps. 3 skill drain. I mean, it's skill drain. It was in the structure deck, so we're going to use it. It's a really good card. And then 2 Dark World Punishments. Again, you could run this at 3. I haven't been, but if you run this in a with a side deck, I would throw it on 3 and throw it in the side deck. It'd help you out a good amount. That's it for the traps. And now we are going to go to the fusion monsters. So, you know, we only got 1, so it's Grapha, Dragon Overlord of Dark World. I mean, it basically does everything. So, Grapha, Dragon Lord of Dark World, and 1 Dark Monster. When your opponent activates a monster effect or normal spell trap card, while you have a card or cards in your hand, quick effect, you can activate this effect. The activated effect becomes your opponent discards 1 card. You can only use this effect with Grapha, Dragon Overlord of Dark World once per turn. If this fusion summon card in its owner's control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 of your Grapha, Dragon Lord of Dark World that is banished in your graveyard. Then each player with a hand discards 1 card. So this is going to make them make you discard, which is going to activate. So if you discard that monster that says if your opponent discards it, you draw 2. That's going to be helpful in that. So that way you can get a draw 2 instead of a draw 1. But it's basically a kind of way to negate their effect. So because, you know, their effect becomes what you want it to become. So you don't have to deal with what their actual effect was going to be. Overall, that is the budget deck. It's not bad. It is a pretty good budget deck. You can get pretty far. The problem is I don't know about when it comes to like metagames and stuff. I don't have a locals over here to play. All I know is if you try to fight this against like other budget decks, or you try to fight this against even like low level decks that you would see at like a locals, this would win, or this could win. It's still a skill issue and playing your cards correctly. But overall, I think it's a pretty good deck, and it's cheaper than what the structure decks are going for now, especially if you get it on like Amazon. So that's what I would recommend, because you can go pick that up if you want to play Dark Worlds, if you want to mess around with it. You know, if you like this enough to actually make it make a meta compliant kind of version, or close to meta, I guess, as far as you can get, then you can take it and, you know, upgrade it, make some more cards with it and all that kind of stuff. But this is how it is. Tell me what you think about the Dark World budget deck and down below. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all later. Don't forget to game like a god. Peace.